Hi guys, welcome back. This is Michelle Scaife, your extension agent with Better Living for Texans here in Montgomery County. We're part of Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service. Better Living for Texans is fully funded by the USDA SNAP-Ed program. Have you ever noticed this label on packages that may be in your pantry, your freezer, or refrigerator? Maybe you've seen them at the grocery store or even at a food restaurant when you're getting ready to have a meal. These food labels are here to help us make good decisions about what we're eating, what foods we're putting on our plate, and where we're spending our food dollars. I have a food label that's blown up a little bit so that we can see it better, and we're just going to take a quick moment to go over what that information is and how it helps us. So when we look at the food label, we're going to notice that it's kind of broken down in sections here for us. Up at the top, we have the serving information, the calorie information. Here towards the middle of the label, we're going to have the information about fat, sodium, and sugar. And down at the bottom, we're going to have information that is about the vitamins, minerals that may be present in that food. So let's break it down. Here we have 8 servings per container. This is just a sample, but in this particular label, one container has 8 servings and the serving size is about 2/3 of a cup. That tells us then that everything down here is what is found in a 2/3 cup serving. So in 2/3 of a cup, we have 230 calories. All right, good going so far. Now when we get down here, things get a little bit different. We're going to look at the fat, the sodium, and the sugars, and we're going to use the percent that's way off on the other side of the label. That way, we have a really simple measuring tool to determine if this particular food is considered a high fat, or high sodium, high sugar, or low fat, low sodium, or low sugar. And what we're looking for on that percent is for that percent number to be as close to 5% or lower. That way we know that this food and this serving has low fat, low sugar, low sodium. If it starts bumping up toward 20, then that's a bit high in those different things, and we might want to consider having that on occasion. Now down here, when we start looking at the vitamins like calcium and vitamin D, that's a different story. These numbers, we want those to be higher. We want those to be full of vitamins and nutrients for our body. We call this the 5 and 20 rule. It's just a guideline to help us navigate the food label and make good, healthy food choices for us. All right, now let's get to what we're really here for. Today we're talking pizzas, and I mean a nice, small, simple, personal pizza that you can put together for yourself at home. And you can customize it the way you like. There are certain ingredients that we're using today, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't change them out for some peppers and onions, maybe some lean turkey or lean beef, or even some olives if that's what works for you. But today, we're going to make it with these simple things. We have an English muffin, just a half. We've gone ahead and sliced it in half. This could be a bagel, but I had an English muffin, and that's what we're using today. We have some tomato sauce. This could be a seasoned pasta sauce or pizza sauce, that's fine, or straight up tomato sauce. We also have some Canadian bacon that's chopped up for us. We have some pineapple tidbits and some low-fat cheese. Before we start assembling, we're going to make sure that we get our hands nice and clean. So, good pump of soap. Turn the water on. When we're hand washing, we are practicing the #1 way to defend ourselves against foodborne illnesses. So we want to make sure that we are getting the palms, the tops, in between the fingers, around the fingernails, and wrists. We want to scrub for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go in here, rinse all of that off really well. Using our arm to turn off the water, we'll dry with a clean towel. As I said, that's the best way and the first line of defense against foodborne illnesses. So keep those hands clean. All right, let's get started. We're going to take our pasta sauce, pizza sauce, tomato sauce, and spread it nicely and evenly. Not too close to the edge. We don't want it running off of it into our oven here. But we're going to put our sauce down. Always a good foundation for pizza. After that, We'll sprinkle on our proteins. Of course, again, I have some low-fat Canadian bacon that's just chopped into small pieces. We're going to spread that around nicely. Kind of want to spread it around because we want every bite to have a piece. Okay, I'm putting pineapple on mine today, but you don't have to. Remember, this could be any vegetable that you like. This could be peppers and onions. Again, like I said, choose things that are healthy and work for you. Okay. The final step is to top it off with some low-fat mozzarella cheese. Just enough to make sure we've got a good melt on top. Today, we are going to be using the toaster oven, but this could be done in the microwave. It would be nice and soft, or you could put it in the regular oven under the broiler for just a minute. We're going to use this little toaster oven because it's convenient and small and it's quick. So I'm going to put my pizza on the tray. We're going to put the tray into the oven carefully. All right. And then we're going to turn it on. If you're using a toaster oven like I am, you want to turn it all the way up to the broil section and leave that for just 1 minute. We just want to see that pizza get nice and warm and that cheese melt a little bit. So it's going to take about a minute to get going. While that's going, let's talk about how this fits out a healthy eating plan. So if we are considering the MyPlate that we talked about last time, we're going to remember that healthy eating, healthy meal patterns tell us to have whole grains, to have lean protein, plenty of fruits and vegetables, and of course some low-fat dairy at our meals as we sit down each day. If we consider the pizza that we just put together, we have an English muffin, which could have been a bagel, but we have our English muffin base, that's our grain. We have our lean Canadian bacon, that's our protein. For vegetables, we have that tomato sauce, that's still a vegetable. Small serving, but it's still a vegetable. And then we have some pineapple, which would be our fruit. We've topped it with a little bit of non-fat or low-fat mozzarella cheese, which gives us our dairy serving. So in reality, this little pizza is a complete representation of MyPlate. We have all the food groups there, and we have everything in the low-fat, whole grain, healthy forms. Let's take a peek and see how that's doing. All right, we're getting a good melt here. Remember, when you're cooking with hot appliances, always be careful. These things can burn us. So for safety reasons, we want to either have a nice hot pad that puts over our hands so that we don't burn our hands. I'm going to use this rubber tong today because it's the easiest thing to get the tray out and to get the food out. So we're going to turn off our oven. We're going to open this very carefully and then pull that tray forward. Ah, look at that. We've got a little bit of brown here on the edges. Our cheese is melted. Our food is nice and bubbly. Here we go. All right. So, while we mentioned that this pizza has all of the parts of MyPlate on it, you could still put some nice veggies on the side if you like. You could have a salad there, maybe some more fruit, whatever works for you. But here it is. Simple, easy, healthy, quickly made in your very own kitchen. I hope you have a wonderful day, that you're enjoying your summer and you're getting outside and getting active and doing some really fun stuff. I hope you're enjoying the summer reading program. And if you're interested in more recipes and inspiration, please join me on Facebook at Better Living for Texans, Montgomery County.